Well, I've got a few things to say at the start of this video. I want to welcome Ruben Spur back to the channel as a Patreon. I also want to welcome John Spooner to the channel as a Patreon, and Stuart Bell to the channel as a Patreon. Thank you very much, guys. Your support is very much appreciated, and your names will be in the credits at the end of this video. Good morning. Welcome back to Trevor's Kitchen. This morning I'm getting very short of food now on the boat, so it's never a case of what does one have for breakfast. I'm making corned beef hash this morning. I've run out of sausages and half the other things one would consider breakfast. I have no bread to make toast or anything like that, so today is corned beef hash. I have a tin of corned beef here, so we'll open it without breaking the key off. One tin of corned beef. Just I'm going to leave it in the tin for a moment. I'm going to prepare the potatoes actually. A little water. Now this is all the potatoes I have left. Very limited now. So I'm going to get that water warming up, because it won't take me long to cut these. Table salt. About a teaspoon. Cut the potatoes up into small dices. This is the last of the potatoes, or any potatoes I have on the boat, so I think tomorrow I've got to start making a move towards a shop. It's been nearly 3 weeks since I went shopping to do those. So that's my potatoes into the pan and cook for a few minutes. Meanwhile, so we can get this out of the can. Corned beef. Get rid of the rubbish. I'm going to use half this can of corned beef, so I'll cut it in half. The other half I'm going to dice up. Doesn't really matter too much about the dicing, because this is all going to break up as one cooks it. But it just makes it easier to break up. Just got to boil the potatoes for a few minutes. Oh, right. Now, me being me, of course it can't be regular corned beef hash. I like to put a little onion in mine. Well, I don't have any onions, but I do have a couple of shallots left. So mine is going to have some diced shallots in it. As I always say, cooking is about tastes and flavours, not so much about following recipes when you're cooking. If you're baking, that's a different story altogether. That's why I'm not a very good baker. I like to make things up as I go along, and it really doesn't work in baking. In cooking, if I don't have an ingredient, I use something else instead. Doesn't really work in baking, because if you don't have flour, you can't exactly put sugar in instead, can you? I'm just going to dice this into small rings. My potatoes are just starting to come to the boil. Give them a little stir. Throw the lid on. Not going to take long to cook these potatoes through. They're very small dice. They're boiling away nicely there at the moment. I'm having problems with my light on my camera. It keeps going off. There we are, back on again. So yes, I'm just going to let them boil away there for a couple of minutes. Actually, I'm going to take them off the heat right now. Put a small chopping board there. I'll take them off the heat. Not sure about that chopping board. Put a cloth underneath it. Bring in a frying pan. I'm going to use vegetable oil today. Actually, this is sunflower oil. A dribble of that. Need a little bit because potatoes are going to soak them up. But as you know, when I'm cooking, I like some flavour. So I'm going to take a little bit of butter as well. Just the butter. So we're going to have some butter in it. That will help give it a little colour. I must get this cooker levelled out. I did try levelling it out the other day, but not very successfully. Right, I'm going to drain these potatoes. The pan's very hot, so all the steam coming off the potatoes there, it should dry them out fairly well because the pan's nice and hot still. So my oil and butter is warmed through there now, and we're going to add the potatoes. I would normally have had a few more potatoes than this in here, but I didn't have any more, so that's what we get. I'll quickly rinse the pan out and put some more water into it. I'm going to put that onto the other ring there and work out which one it is. I think it's this one. I'm going to bring that water back to the boil with a little salt. Potatoes we're going to turn up a little bit. We'll start to colour them off a little bit. I'm going to add the shallot now. So that can colour off a little bit as well. It may look like there's a lot of fat in this. Looks like I've got a lot of oil, but believe me, that's going to disappear. Unfortunately, one's going to eat it, but hey, it's breakfast. Not as bad as eating raw fatty bacon, probably anyway. It's sizzling away nicely there at the moment. My water's warming up there, and the reason I'm warming up some water, I'm going to have a poached egg with my breakfast. We're taking on a little colour now. I don't need to over colour them. I don't want them like potato chips. I want all to get some colour together. So now I'm going to add my corned beef. I'm used to cooking in a fairly large kitchen, and although this galley for a boat is quite large, it's got to be at least 10 foot long, it's still small for me. My last kitchen was 15 by 12. Yes, this definitely could have done with some more potato. I definitely have more corned beef in here than I do potato. Let that cook down for a bit. This is my style of cooking, by the way. Looking to see what is in the pantry and making the most of it. I haven't had corned beef hash for a long time. Doesn't mean one can't just make it when one feels like it. It's starting to run a little bit to the bottom. I don't mind, because I want a few crispy bits. As you can see, that oil has disappeared. This isn't the best non-stick pan in the world. In fact, I think the non-stick disappeared off of it a few years ago. Just going to turn that right down low now. I already salted the potatoes when I cooked them, and corned beef is a little salty anyway. I'm just going to add some pepper to that before I serve it, because I like pepper. I'll give it one last stir. the heat. I'm just going to hold my plate here a little bit, just to try and warm the plate up a little bit. I don't like putting food onto icy cold plates. In fact, I've got an even different idea. Let's warm that up. Yeah, that's taking the heat off of, taking the chill off of it. With this pan over to here, this is a bigger ring. That one on high, turn that one off. That on the plates, like so. And those crispy bits. I have a slotted spoon here. I'm just gonna get this swirling. Break my egg right into the middle, and the swirliness should keep the egg whole. And that's my poached egg done. Slot the spoon underneath it. Pick it up, let it drain off, and put that on the top. So there we have it. Corned beef hash with a poached egg. I'm going to have, with that, a dollop of brown sauce. One thing left to do now, of course, see how it tastes. Look at that beautiful poached egg there. Runny, runny, runny. So there's all the corned beef and the hash. Mmm. Got another mouthful of that. Well, I hope you're enjoying my little cooking series on the boat. I hope you enjoyed that little video on cooking a simple breakfast. It may have been simple, but it was very tasty. I really enjoyed it. That just leaves me to say thank you once again to all my Patreons. Thank you once again to all my viewers and all the people that subscribe to my channel. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. Thank you very much again. Trevor out.